The Amex Gold card, well, this is the business version of the card. I'll be applying for the personal version very soon, along with a couple of other credit cards. If you want to find out which credit cards those are, stick around till the end of this video. So what we'll go through in today's video is a quick overview of the Amex Gold card. Then we'll talk about how to redeem your membership rewards points. Then I have a short analysis. And after that, I have a couple questions you can ask yourself to help you decide if you should get this card or not. If you want to learn more about this card or any other cards we talk about in today's video, check out the description below. With that said, let's get started. Now let's run through the features and benefits of this card. First of all, there's two colors, so the normal gold version like you saw with my business card, as well as the rose gold version. Then the welcome bonus. So you can earn 60,000 membership rewards points if you spend $4,000 in the first 6 months. So compared to the Venture, Venture X, Chase Sapphire Preferred, what was the other? The City Premier, all of those are spent $4,000, but in 3 months, so you have twice as long to spend $4,000. So that's a benefit when you're thinking about, can you meet the spending threshold for this card or not? Then the APR for their pay over time feature. So you don't have to pay 100% off every single month. There are some things that you can pay for over time. That's the interest rate, but hopefully you're paying your card off each month, so this is irrelevant to you. Now let's talk about how you can earn membership rewards points. This is probably one of the best cards for earning points for travel on everyday spending. So you have 4x points at restaurants worldwide plus takeout and delivery in the US, 4x points on groceries at US supermarkets on up to $25,000 per year, and 3x points on flights booked directly with airlines or on Amex Travel. Also, almost forgot to mention, you earn 1x points on all other spending with this card. Before I forget, this card does have a $250 annual fee, but with the 2 annual bonuses that I'm going to talk about in just a second, if you use them, you could essentially pay for the annual fee each year. So if we scroll down a little further, you see the featured benefits. So a dining credit. So you have Grubhub, Cheesecake Factory, Goldbelly, Wine.com, Milk, and Shake Shack, where you can get $10 in credit each month. So one of the frustrating things here is you can't just go and spend $120 at Grubhub and get the whole credit. You essentially need to use it every month to get the full credit, $10 each month. And then the same thing for the next benefit, which is $10 a month for Uber Eats or Uber. And this is just in the US. So I end up traveling quite a bit. So I'm in Canada right now. If I use Uber or Uber Eats, both of which I've used here, it would not count if I had this card. There's a handful of options with this card while traveling, so no foreign transaction fees, global assist hotline, baggage insurance, car rental loss and damage insurance, and as I mentioned before, with restaurants, you get the 4x points worldwide. Now let's talk about how to redeem your membership rewards points. So through Amex Travel, if you pay for an airline or if you buy gift certificates, you can get a value of 1 cent per point, but you can do better than that. If you have either the 2 business cards, so the gold card that I showed you, or the platinum card, you can get 25% of your points back or 35% of your points back with the case of the platinum card for your choice airline. So you choose an airline. So for me, it's United, or you purchase a business class ticket. So that ends up being 1.33 cents for this card and a little over 1.5 cents for the platinum card. So that's an easy way to get higher points valuation if you book a flight where you're getting some of those points back, either on your choice airline or flying business or first class. But you can do better than that by transferring your points to one of Amex's travel partners. The points guide values membership rewards points at 2 cents per point. There are obviously some good and not so good options as far as transferring your points and redeeming for travel. And if you want to learn the Points Guy's 9 favorite options for redeeming your Amex rewards points, check out the article in the description below. Now let's run through the numbers. This is analysis that I put together for the video on should you get annual fee credit cards or not. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link to it up above right here. But running through the numbers for the Amex Gold card, right now we're going to take the assumption that your points are worth 2 cents. I'll show you what happens when we change that in just a second. And this is the same budget I've been using for a bunch of other videos on this channel. The one difference is I had a section for travel, and this is just the flights portion. So this is a little bit lower than the overall number that I had, but hopefully you get the idea here. So $500 a month on groceries, 400 at restaurants, and $100 a month on flights. So here are the 4 and 3 points that you earn for spending in those categories. Here's the amount of points we earn each month. And then for the taking the 2 cents per point, this is the monthly value that we're getting by spending on this card. If we multiply that by 12, we get almost 47,000 points or a value of over $900. Then the next part, maybe these numbers are a little bit confusing, but for me, I travel a bunch, and with Uber, you can only use it in the US. So I'm saying here, I'm not going to get the $10 every single month. I'm probably only going to get it half of the time. And then I don't really use Grubhub or eat at the other restaurants very often. And so I put in 10%. So on a monthly basis, it would say that I get $6 of value as opposed to 10. The total for me for the year would be $72 of value because I'm not taking full advantage of these benefits. But if you say, hey, I use Uber or Uber Eats every single month, and yeah, I order Grubhub or eat at one of those other restaurants frequently. And so if you get the entire value every single month, 12 months of the year from these two benefits, that's $240 in value. The annual fee is $250. So really you're paying $10 to have this card where you get very high points for the three categories above. So in this case, if you use this all of the time, you would have $240 here, $936 here. So the overall amount that you earned for the card in a year would be over $1,100, almost $1,200, and the annual fee of $250. So you're essentially earning $926 after paying the annual fee. If we change this a little bit, and so what I had before, so 50% and 10%, you're going to see this going to drop down quite a bit. Where I think this card makes the most sense is if you can take advantage of these perks that are essentially paying for the annual fee, and it doesn't really matter how much you're spending on the card on a weekly or monthly basis. One of the other things I like to look at is the welcome bonus value compared to the annual fee. So here we would be earning 60,000 membership rewards points. 2 cents per point means $1,200. That is 4.8 years of the annual fee. So these are the different numbers I would be taking a look at to think through, hey, does this card make sense or not? If we want to say that this is only worth 1 cent, so if we go here, you're going to see that's going to change a little bit. So the welcome bonus is only $600, so 2.4 years. So we're only getting $468 in value. And so the overall amount now, this we leave the same, less than $250. We have $290 in value. If you saw my videos on cashback credit cards, some of the cards you would earn quite a bit more than that. So if you're not going to be transferring to transfer partners, or if you don't have the business gold or business platinum card that makes it easy to get higher value through Amex Travel, then maybe think about getting a cashback card. Now let's run through 3 questions you can ask yourself to help you decide if you should get this card or not. Question number 1, can you meet the spending requirements to earn the welcome bonus? So it's $4,000 within 6 months, so $667 per month times 6. If that's a stretch for you and you're not going to be able to pay the bill off each month, I wouldn't recommend getting this card. Question number 2, how often do you use Uber or Uber Eats or the restaurant options where you can earn $10 monthly credits? If you use both of them, so the Uber credits and the restaurant credits every single month, that's $240 in value, the annual fee of $250. So you end up having a net annual fee of just $10. And with all the membership rewards points you can earn at restaurants, travel, and at grocery stores, I think it makes sense to pay the $10 annual fee. But if you don't use any of those credits, you have to take a look at how much are you spending, which gets to question number 3, how much money do you spend at restaurants, grocery stores, and on flights. So you can run through the analysis that I just showed you to figure out how much you're spending there, what is the value of the points you would earn on that spending, and compare that to the annual fee. If you take a look at those 3 questions, I think you'll have a good idea if this card makes any sense for you or not. If you go through those 3 questions and it doesn't really make sense to get the Amex Gold card, 2 other cards that I really like right now are the Citi Premier card as well as the VentureX card from Capital One. If you want to learn more about either of those cards, check out the videos along the side right here. Hope to see you in those and future videos. Bye-bye.